Welcome, my beautiful soul, to Empowering Women with Celeste. And today I want to talk about one of my favorite books, the book that I love, everybody hates, but everybody should have it. At least everyone spiritual who wants to grow, who has an illness or something that they're struggling with, pain, they want to change it. They want to change their life in some way. And so I want to start with just explaining a little bit about my background. I started as a massage therapist and body therapist and acupuncture. Like I have a lot of certifications within the alternative treatment of the body. And I love studying the body. I love biology. I love learning, and I just love the body. And what I have learned from this study, also from the spiritual work and just everything that I have been doing for the last years, is that the body and mind are one. Like, you cannot affect one without affecting the other, which is why I usually say with all of the work that I do, you cannot only work on your mind, like some mindset coaches do. You also have to work on the body and bring the body in. Otherwise you'll be like half healed. You have to work on both body, mind, and spirit. Anyway, the body is one of your greatest tools, and very, very important, because if you don't have a body, you don't exist in the physical world. When your body dies, your soul moves on. So you really have to take care of your body. Just a little tip. Number one, take care of your body. Exercise, eat good food. I might talk about that in later episodes, but just go figure out what is good food and what is good for you, and make a diet and stick to it. And we also have to do the mind work. So this book that I have, which is a great book, this is a book that explains all like daily symptoms you can have, like headaches, problems with the eyes, chest pain, like liver issues, like traumas, fungus, bone itching, phobias, like all of these things that, well, not all of them, but a lot of the things that you can have or get throughout your normal daily life. And when you look this up, it gives some reasons why you have this sickness. And it could be like you're impatient, you get angry, irritated, you get hurt by other people's comments, or you're involved in a lot of conflicts, you stick to destructive beliefs from the past, the childhood, and replay them. You feel tired, and you don't like your job, you don't like your life or your family, like all of these, again, mind issues that is connected to the physical symptoms. And this is something that it is becoming more and more known also to the normal world, to doctors, that the mind has so much to say. But the reason why I love this book is because you can just, whenever I have something, if like a headache or something in my back, I can even look up every vertebrae and say, if you have issues with this vertebrae, this is what it means, this is what could be the reason. And when I hear someone, usually it's someone very close to me, say, oh, I have this, or I'm struggling with this, or I got a headache again, or blisters, or whatever it is, I look it up and I say, well, it could be around this and this and this. Usually I would give them the book and say, read this and they would not be very happy. Because obviously it triggers people, because they got this sickness because of these emotions or thoughts or things, and that triggers them. And that's why, like I say, I love this book, and everybody hates it, and everybody hates when I do this. But I've done it a lot, so now when they come to me and say, oh, I have this and this, I struggle with this, I say, you want me to look it up? And they always say no. Because they hate it. They don't like having to face their issues. They rather have the symptoms, you know, like most people. But anyway, that is why this book is really, really great, especially for people who are very open, people who are spiritual, want to learn some more about themselves, want to heal, and want to change their life. So this book is by Ina Segal. I know that Louise Hay also has one like this, probably several more, but you could just go look it up, like Google it. Something will come up. But have a book like this, a book of physical symptoms that gives you some ideas of why you might have this. Not said then, like it's a good guidance. But what I usually like to recommend people, because no one person is the same, is that you also practice tuning in yourself. What is this about? When you have something, ask yourself, ask your body, what is this about? And then hear what comes up, or again, it's the inner senses, see or feel or hear, like what comes up. Is it something, maybe it's a decision you have to make, something you're procrastinating on doing. Maybe you have to say something to someone. Maybe you have to stand up for yourself. Maybe you have to quit your job. Maybe you have to start a hobby, like learning to set boundaries. Maybe you have to be more humble. Like maybe you're too much. You have to learn to be more grounded, tune more in, be more quiet. So there's a lot of, like, pretty much anything you can think of is possible. And that's why I want you to learn to tune into yourself with, what is this to me? Again, a book like this is great for guidance, but I also want you to learn to do it yourself. So if suddenly your finger hurts out of nowhere and there's no damage to it, it just starts hurting, ask yourself, well, what is this? What is this teaching me? What does this want to tell me? And a little tip is, what is the body part? Is it your feet? Is it your legs? Is it your toes maybe? Well, what does the feet do? Or what does the toes do? Your toes keeps your balance. The balance in your body. Your feet is what is on the ground, so your feet is your foundation. If there's something wrong or something about your feet, it might be your foundation in life. Could be childhood trauma. It could be maybe you don't have a home and you need to kind of create this kind of home space. Maybe if it's your legs, it's walking through life. Which way are you going? Where do you want to go? If it's the hips and the womb space, it's like, it could be around sexuality. It could be around creation, birthing something. Again, like, see or ask yourself, what does this body part do? If it's around the head, it's something about thinking. It's something about being logical. Maybe you're in too much in your head. Usually that's the case. When you have headaches or things like that, it's because you're too much in your head. You need to come down into your body. If it's something around your eyes, it could be something that you do not want to see, something that you're not seeing. So if it's your arms, it's around embracing, giving and receiving. Ask yourself, what does this body part do, or what does the system do, because it could be the nervous system, hormones, and so on. If you cannot look it up, then ask yourself, what does this do, and how does it resonate with me in my life? What is going on right now? And it can be hard to see, because that's why your body is trying to tell you this, because you don't see it. You're not doing anything about it. Anyway, that was just a tip. This is because this is something I love to work on, and this is what I one of my big passions. So if you don't have a book like this, learn to do it yourself with some of the tips that I just explained, or go find a book, because it's really great to have in your hands and to have as a look up book. Okay. Yes. And this book, by the way, it's actually called The Secret Language of the Body. At least that's what it is translated. Let me see. What is the... The Secret Language of Your Body is the original title. Your body is speaking to you constantly. When you learn the language, you can speak to it, and you can make your life more comfortable. You can avoid a lot of sicknesses or illnesses. And yeah, you grow, you evolve. And it's also, like I said, body and mind affects each other. So when you work on your body in this way, it also affects your mind. Okay. All right. So that was the important but also kind of fun thing that I wanted to share today. So not too heavy, not too serious, but important work. Again, this is something that most people don't. They're like, oh, but it's just the body. Like, I don't want to do this, and this so much, I don't know, around the body, and then there's diets and so on. But it's so important to work with your body, because the consequence of not listening to your body could be burnout. It could be stress, depression, some of the mental things. It could also be like your body getting sick, getting a cold, getting the flu, and getting a virus or something, and your body just, it forces you to relax. It forces you to stay down. It forces you to be present in your body and listen. So if you don't do this regularly, it will force you to do it. Okay? So if you want to avoid the crisis of being 30 or whatever they call it, all of these crises, you want to do at least just a little bit once in a while. Like every time something shows up, you get a headache, or you suddenly get a liver infection or whatever. Look it up, say, what is this? What resonates with me? What can I do about it? Yes? Perfect. Okay, thank you so much for listening. If you like this video, please give it a like. Comment with something maybe you got some new information, your aha moment. What did you get out of this? What did you learn from this? What will you start doing? And share with someone who could really use it. And please subscribe if you want to hear more of my videos. Learn more from me. This is for free, so thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Have an amazing day. Bye.